report, they got to give y'all the summary that tells y'all about how they allowed the fraud in the elections to take place so that they can catch all of the ones who was committing the fraud red-handed, because that was the most monitored election in the history of the nation under military intelligence, and they know everybody who did everything from the fake ballots. They got time stamped date, all that shit. They got it all, right? I posted it several times. I'll post it again. I have to go back through my see if I can't find it in my messages, and I'll repost it. But we also got this fuel shortage that's affecting trains, planes, and automobiles. So y'all need to watch that shit. Make sure y'all got enough food to last y'all about a good 30 to 90 days if y'all can't get to market, because shit gonna be shut down. So yeah, I'm seeing all kind of stuff in here now. They telling me that it's 2,000 mules told it. Yeah, fuck the Pope. Fuck the Pope. You can motherfucking tell him I said it. Matter of fact, slap that motherfucker and tell him I sent it. So, the chiefs on the land are back in control, and it took a lot of us to figure it out, and everybody had to bring their piece to the table in order to put this fucking puzzle together, and that's how you know that the top is all in agreement. It's just that y'all need to be aware that this shit is going the fuck down in real time, and if you blink, you gonna miss it. Because Babylon already fell, buried, and in the grave. Babylon over with. That shit been done. Y'all just now catching up to it. Right? Up to 2,000 arrests. So the whole deep state operation has been documented, and now they are using they're putting it all in a format where it could be disseminated and people could get to see it in its entirety under controlled conditions. So whatever the fuck that mean. Let me see, anything I'm missing. Let me look here. I got some questions. Let me see. So the $5 Indians that tried to steal our birthright, they have to hold certain rituals and certain customs to be reintroduced back to the community. And if they don't do it properly, that's why they're systematic about everything they do, to make sure that they get the steps to the dances right, the beat to the drum right. And then when they come back to the fold, they got to have something to offer along the cultural lines of the culture that was usurped on the land. And a lot of them took sides with us because of the dirty Moors that brought them over here, had misled them about where they was going and who we were. And when they found out who we were, they made the determination to walk with the elder brothers and sup at the feet of the great mother, Earth, under great father, Sky, to rebalance the shoe and the tefnut resonance off of the shoe and the men, that homosexual shit, right? So they got something to contribute, and if they don't, they gonna go right on along with the motherfuckers that don't belong here, because they didn't hold up their part of the bargain. Do you a meal plan for about 90 days and then calculate what you would cook for those meals and get those items. That's how I would stock up. I haven't got the news about the gathering of the mothers on the land, but I know that it's going to be a big one, and it's probably going to take place in Chicago, most likely. Mexico indigenous land and the people moving to Mexico, that's their option. They could be getting a call from the matriarchs about where to go, and they are moving to the land that they have to assert birthright to. Touch on the light lock. The Pleiadian light lock in the geometric form looks like Metatron's cube, and it is the seal of the consciousness physical balance. It's how to restore balance back to this realm by understanding the light codes. When you understand the light codes, that's the color code of the light, the frequency, the vibration, then you get to be able to operate that portion of the balancing in what they call the grand man, which is really the great mother. And this is why it appeared that Osiris didn't have a penis, because Usir, the great father, was a reflection of the great mother in death. And the death precedes the resurrection when he comes back as Horus. It's metaphoric, but there's a whole lot of geometry in there. Children through portals is new beginnings coming into reality from the mental sphere, fourth dimension, into the three. QAnon is not a psyop, but they tried to usurp it at one point to mislead the people using the Q drops, and that had to be recovered by the QAnons, which they were successful in doing that. The 10 days of darkness is, rolling blackouts. The rolling blackouts, is already documented that they're going to have controlled power outages because of the rise in the temperature and the overburdening of modern technology on the energy grid. They already reported that. If you scroll down my Instagram, you'll find that I posted it. Your tribe is your frequency of your heart. The people that behave like you might not be blood relatives. Those are tribe members. If they blood relatives, that's called family tribe or close tribe, right? But these weren't the terms we use. We use in English language to communicate to most of our people speak English. So we have to give you an English rendition of how we perceived ourselves until we can get back to our original way of describing things. So we have to unravel the mystery first by using English, and then we can start going back to our indigenous tongues and raising children to speak those tongues in order to be able to communicate better. We passed waking the motherfucker up. They about to get a rude awakening next. Yeah, white supremacy is over. That's all legalese when you say white supremacy. That's free white persons in law. So when you look up free white persons in law, then you understand who we was up against, and you understand how they was using the mainstream perception of a word or term in order to push a secret agenda in the open. Right. So I'm going to go over it more in detail when I make documentaries about it, where I can show all of the work. Already got one brother working on it with me right now, so we doing that now. When they shut everything down, ain't gonna be nobody to do no evictions. That's what about bills of rent. Bills are gonna get cut off anyway. Your lights, you're gonna lose all that shit if you don't have no generator at home. At least for about 30 days, that shit gonna be down. CERN starts back up on the 5th, And I expect that they're going to use that to give a power signal around the world. Yeah. We going back to before the Iroquois Constitution, which was separate from the law, the matriarchal rules across the land, and we're going to reestablish it where everybody has to know they natural inalienable rights so that they'll know how to not disrespect somebody else's rights and also how to protect their own, because in the system now they just teach you how to be a professional victim trying to defend your rights. Yep, Ain't So, Sophia, the Great Mother. Yep, and Gnosticism. I know the Saint Germain Trust was held by the Catholic Church and we seized that shit, so it's probably more real than you can possibly imagine. It's another one too, somewhere else. There's a whole bunch of we had all that shit was already ours. We just got to give it back to who it belonged to. And you're gonna be surprised how well you're gonna know everything when this shit over with. Canada is on the same trajectory as us. Yeah, it's a lot of good Moors in the community, but the dirty Moors is the ones who don't want you to listen to the good Moors, and they want to mislead you and give you dogma as opposed to teach you how to do civics, understand the Moorish science of navigation of the stars, which is astronomy and astrology. They don't want you to learn that. They want you to focus on the dogma of how to be part as a free white person and a slave catcher. The dirty Moors know what they doing. The righteous Moors got their number. Watch what happens. This shit gonna play out. You gonna see. Yep. All feathers up. All of the tribes on deck. It's over 500 nations in the continental U.S. alone. We not gonna be calling it the U.S. for much longer, unless you mean us, right? This is where we at with it. This shit over with. So I had to give y'all the report, classify this as a public notice that by July the 4th, the sisters is gonna be walking off of their jobs, and that somebody got to give us a fucking report on the land, and the responsibility just so happened to fall on the Honorable Chairman Larry Hoover. So Larry Hoover gonna have to come forth and give us a reading and the minutes and the reading of the land. This shit over with. Feathers up, motherfucking 21 gun salute, motherfucker. 777 on that ass. That's a jackpot all day long. So I'm gonna wrap this one up for now. I might come back on a little later if I get some good questions that I need to answer. So be on the lookout and watch my posts, because I'm going to be giving y'all the receipts in the posts. All right? So peace out, fam. Keep up the good work. Each one teach one. We all going to reach some. It's a new day and a new beginning for all of those who choose a new day and a better beginning. The rest of y'all, fuck you.